morning again. My name is Marella and welcome to Quick Yoga. I invite you to take a good sitting position, press your sit bones into the floor, stretch the sides of your body long, broaden across your collarbones, move your ears back, engage your core, and you might like to bring your hands to your heart, close your eyes, turn in. Bring your awareness to your breath. To ground ourselves and center ourselves, we open with 3 Oms. Exhale, inhale, Om. Inhale, Om. Inhale, Om. Open our eyes, release our hands. Word of the day, or 3 words of the day, is dancing with difficulties. So when we come to yoga, we come to it for many reasons. But a lot of us like the feeling of peace and calm and stillness that yoga gives us access to. And when we leave our practice behind us and go off the mat and out into our day, we can operate from that place of being, from our place of groundedness, our place of centeredness, our place of heartfelt connection, and dance with the difficulties that occurred because of the ever-changing nature in life. Once we begin to know, to realize and trust that there's a place within us, unchanging peace and calmness and stillness, the waves of difficulties that we encounter through our day and the waves of change enable us to dance easily with them, knowing that we can count on that place of stillness. And that's given to us through our practice of yoga, day after day, week after week. So I invite you to join me this morning to dance a little, to strengthen ourselves and to drop into that place, our ground of being. Make your way to standing. We'll start off with a few jumping jacks. Hands to the top of your chest, press palms down. Hands wide, legs wide, hands in, together. Hands together, hands wide, legs out, hands in, together. Hands in, hands out, legs out, hands in, together. Hands in, hands out, legs out, hands in, together. Hands in, hands out, legs out, hands in, together. Hands in, hands out, legs out, hands in, together. Hands in, hands out, legs out, hands in, together. Hands in, hands out, legs out, hands in, together. Hands in, hands out, legs out, hands in, together. Hands in, hands out, legs out, hands in, together. 2 more. Hands in, hands out, legs out, hands in, together. Hands in, hands out, legs out, hands in, together. And there, just wake our bodies up. Begin to feel the tingling of life coursing through our veins. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead to summit. Arms shoulder width apart, arms brushing off ears. Press down with your feet into the floor, engage your core. Move your ears back. Stretch the hips up. Root down into the earth with your feet. Inhale, exhale and release. And coming into forward fold, bend your knees. Line up your fingernails with your toenails. Float your hips forward, allow your head to drop, look back between your knees, press the heel of your hands into the floor. Inhale, walk your hands forward, lift your head, look up, stretch your spine. And then bow in. Press the heel of your hands towards the floor. Begin to straighten the backs of your knees away from you. Float your hips forward slightly. Engage your quads. And walk your hands forward in plank. Hands wider than shoulders. Float your shoulders over your wrists. Squeeze your ankles together. Engage your core. And gently release to the floor. And coming into plank on your elbows. Turn your toes under, lift your hips up. Heels vertical over toes. Engage your core. Lower to the floor. Arms by your sides. Turn your palms up. Squeeze your heels together. Lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Down dog. Grip the floor to fingertips. Externally rotate your upper arms. Look and point between your thumbs. Lift your hips even higher. Walk your feet to your hands, come and stand up, coming into mountain. Feet inner hip width apart, root down equally with 4 corners of each foot into the floor. Squeeze your shins in. Stand tall. Stretch arms down, stretch fingers to hand, move ears back. Moving into high lunge, walk to the back of your mat, place your hands on your hips. Step forward with attitude and intention with your right foot. Bend your front knee, sink down. Lift your back heel vertical over your toes. Lift the back of your back knee up. Engage your core. Move your elbows back, move your ears back. Sink down even more. Press down, stand up and pivot to the back of your mat. Bend your left knee, float your knee over your ankle, lift your back heel up to vertical, lift the back of your back knee up, torso upright, squeeze your elbows back behind you, lift your chest, stretch your spine, move your ears back. press down, stand up, moving into power pose, head to knee. Lift your arms overhead, stand with your feet inner hip width apart, more doable, more difficult. Bring your feet together, inhale, lift your arms up, brush your arms off your ears, bend your knees, round your back, lower your head, bring it forward to your knees, sit back in your throne, engage your core. Press down, stand up, moving into crescent. Lift your right arm up, clasp your right biceps with your left hand. Move your hips to the right, your torso to the left. Be as sideways as possible. Square your hips, your shoulders to the front of the mat. Lift your chin slightly, lift your gaze. Be careful not to collapse into the side you're leaning into. Inhale, come back to centre and switch to the other side. Be as sideways as possible in the other direction. Inhale back to centre, allow your arms to come down. Close your eyes, turn in, bring your awareness to your breath. From here we're moving into some of the bigger standing poses. Warrior 2, step the feet wide apart, turn your right foot out, inhale your arms up, lift your chest, stretch your spine, turn your right foot out, line up your front heel so it bisects the arch of your back foot. Stretch your feet, step your feet even wider. And then bend your front knee, sink down, move your front knee out in line with your second toe. Look out over your right hand arm. Engage your core. Press the outside edge of your back foot into the floor. Draw your right buttock underneath. Move your front knee out in line with your second toe. Lift your chin slightly, engage your biceps. Press down, stand up and switch to the other side. Turn your right foot in, turn your left foot out, bend your front knee, sink down. Torso upright, press the outside edge of your back foot into the floor, engage your quad. Move your front knee out in line with your second toe, lift your chin. Press down, stand up. Moving into elevated locust, step your feet together, walk to the back of your mat. Hands by your sides, or you can place them on your hips, more doable. Step forward with your right foot, bend your right knee, take your weight on your right foot, lean forward and lift your back leg off the floor. Lift your chest, lift the back leg up, straighten, strengthen the standing leg, lift your arms up as high as you can, turn your thumbs up, lift your gaze. Inhale, press down, stand up and switch to the other leg, walking towards the back of the mat. Step forward with your left foot, bend your left knee, lean forward, lift your back leg off the floor, lift your arms up, turn your thumbs up. and just flatten across the horizon of your buttocks so that your right hip is not high. Point your right knee towards the floor. So sometimes in these balancing poses, coming back to our word of the day, if we can drop into that place of quietness, of stillness, and trusting it, it helps our balance. It brings us back into balance. Moving into power pose. Inhale, lift your arms up. Hands shoulder width apart. Bend your knees. Press down into your ankles. Move your ears back. Press down, stand up. Twisted power pose. Hands together as if in prayer in front of you. Bend your knees. And bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Press elbow into knee, knee into elbow. More doable, knees hip, inner hip width apart. More difficult, knees, ankles together. Press down, press your elbow into your knee into your elbow. Knees in line with hips. And look towards your toes. Roll your right shoulder back, your right ribs back. And press down and stand up. And switch to the other side. Bend your knees, lower your hips. Right elbow to the outside of left knee. Press elbow into knee, knee into elbow. Look towards toes. Roll right left shoulder back, left ribs back. Line up your knees. Knees in line with each other. Knees in line with hip. And then endeavour to parallel your thumbs with your sternum. And press down and stand up. Moving into standing sage, place your left hand on your hip, shift your weight onto your right foot and lift your left leg and catch your left toe with the first two fingers of your left hand. This may be as far as you go today, or stretch your leg out in front of you. Stay here, more doable, or stretch it out to the side. And gently release and place it back on the floor. Moving to your other side, shift your weight to your right foot, lift your left knee high, clasp the big toe with the first two fingers of your left hand, and find your place of balance here by dropping into that place of stillness. From here, stretch your leg out in front and then gently out to the side. Be as upright as possible. And gently release and replace your foot back on the floor. Moving into tree pose, shift your weight onto your left foot and place it against your ankle, your shin or your upper inner thigh. Bring your hands to your heart Close your eyes, turn in, bring your awareness to your breath. Moving from your head, taking the elevator down into your heart and dropping into the core of your being. And switch to the other side. Shift your weight onto your right foot, lift your left foot and place it wherever it suits you today. Above the knee or below the knee. Press foot into elbow, elbow into foot. Find your place of equanimity. Dancing with the difficulties of balance, much as we do in our lives. And gently release. Moving into elevated pigeon. Bend your knees, lift your right foot and place it across your left knee. This may be as far as you wish to go today. More doable, more difficult. Clasp the foot and baby cradle it. Press the sole of the foot into the crook of the arm, the knee into the crook of the other arm. Press down through the standing leg and endeavour to straighten up. Keep your right foot active. And release and switch to the other side. Shift your weight onto your right foot and lift your left knee up. And either stay here, more doable, or baby cradle and lifted it up. And return your foot to the floor. And taking our last pose today, half moon, walk to the back of your mat, lift your right arm up, step forward, lean forward, and place your right hand on the floor or on the block and lift your left arm out behind you. Roll the outside edge of your left foot up towards the ceiling. Lift your left arm up. Gaze up in front. And gently release. And switch to the other side, walking back slightly, lift your left arm up, step forward with your left foot, bend your left knee, place your hand on the floor, lift your right leg up behind you, roll the outside edge of your right foot up towards the ceiling and lift your top arm up to vertical. And gently release. And make your way down onto your mat, moving into thread the needle. Lift your right foot, place it on top of your left knee. Bend your left knee, bring your left knee into your chest. Make both feet active. Keeping your right foot where it is, lower your left foot to the floor, then roll over onto your left hip and bring the sole of your right foot to the floor Stretch your right arm up behind you. Lift your head off the floor, turn it, place it back on the floor, look back towards your right hand arm. Turn both palms up, make both feet active. Inhale back to centre and place your foot on the floor and switch to the other side, moving into thread the needle. Lift your left foot, bring the outside edge of your left foot on top of your right knee. Stay here, more doable. More difficult. Bring your right knee into your chest. Thread your hands between your knees and clasp your knee. Push through both heels. Press your lower back into the floor. Release your right foot to the floor. Roll over onto your right hip. Allow your left sole of your foot to come to the floor. Stretch your arms out. Lift your head off the floor, turn it, look back towards your left hand arm. Replace your head back on the floor. Inhale back to centre. Release your foot to the floor and come into reclined child's pose. Bring both knees into your chest and give yourself the most loving, kindly hug. It's time now to move into relaxation. So you might like to get yourself a blanket or an eye pillow. Lying on our back, stretch arms out, stretch legs out, turn palms up, and sinking down into the ground. Receive your breath. Nothing to do, nowhere to be. Begin to deepen your breathing. Bring your attention back to your body, onto the mat. Start to awaken yourself by moving your hands, your feet, perhaps making your way up to sitting, or you can stay here. To close our practice today, I invite you to bring your hands to your heart, close your eyes, turn in one last time, to honour ourselves, each other, the practice. To honour ourselves, each other, the practice. We close with one Om. Exhale, inhale. Thanks for practicing, thanks for coming to practice. See you on the mat.